Floodwaters last week poured from the Kakhovka Dam after a deliberate explosion triggered on the Russian-occupied side of the Soviet-era structure along the Dnipro River in Ukraine. Both Ukraine and Russia pointed fingers at each other for what U.S. intelligence analysts say likely was an act of Russian sabotage, according to the New York Times. Flooding on both sides of the disputed dam carried residential and industrial waste through large parts of the region. Environmental groups warn the damage could collapse entire ecosystems and alter the landscape of Ukraine for decades.
The consequences to come will be for our children and grandchildren, just as we are the ones now experiencing the consequences of the Chernobyl disaster.
In April 1986, Reactor 4 at the Chernobyl nuclear power plant melted down. According to the United Nations Scientific Committee on the Effects of Atomic Radiation, roughly 350,000 people fled the disaster, while some suffered cancers from radiation poisoning. The UN added that the Chernobyl disaster altered the environment and food supplies for years. Environmentalists warn Ukraine's history may be repeating itself following wide-scale flooding that is inherently contaminated and wreaking havoc on local ecosystems.
If this area serves as a nesting place for a colony of bird species, it is possible they will rebuild their colony when water recedes within about 7 to 10 years. However, when it comes to ecosystems that have been destroyed, such as the sandy ecosystems that once existed in our unique territory, their recovery may take decades.
But downstream from the Kakhovka Dam, much of the Ukrainian city of Kherson is now completely underwater. Immediate concerns like clean drinking water for the more than 250,000 people living here take priority over longer-term environmental impacts. Experts say the dangers of the dam burst will only grow. The facility is part of the Kakhovka hydroelectric station that not only supplies water to the Russian-annexed Crimean Peninsula, but also to the Zaporizhia nuclear power plant, the largest in Europe. Arash Arabasadi, VOA News.